Welcome everyone to my new price prediction analysis for Ordi cryptocurrency of late 2023. We're actually in the second half of the month for December and aiming towards discovering what's gonna rest right there for the last couple of days for this crypto, which is having a $650 million volume in the past 24 hours. It is amongst the biggest volumes out there, so I thought I'm going to share with you some informations, knowing the fact that there's a lot of the people involved with this one, and it has a huge index of liquidity and volatility. You have to be careful. The reason I say you have to be careful is you have seen what has happened in the days when BTC had a dip. We were suffering through the markets, or they managed to decrease big numbers. So for those of you that are highly leveraged, that are trading on big numbers on derivatives, can be a very, very difficult moment, which is why I'm pointing out here a message to raise the alarm level to the levels that you guys must be aware of before touching the markets. We're going to dive into the Ordi cryptocurrency. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and find out more about the 100 episodes on price predictions for 2024 that we're actually building and publishing. You can actually see some of the episodes already and have a good time on the topic. So if you have questions at any level, make sure to reach out to me. By the way, we have a trade open at 42,428 on BTC, and I just wanted to share with you for sort of a way motivational purposes. 42,428 right there on Bybit. This is a trade which is having a $25,000 profit right now, which has not been closed. It's a minus 21 BTCs on the quantity. We have been shorting the market as a quick scalping trade out there that we're performing. So if you want to be part of my trades, you can definitely do it. Option number one is no prior fee, only commission from the performance, from pure profits made, which are paid by you every 7 days. So commission is paid by you every 7 days, and we perform the trading for you through API trading permission. Or there is the other option where you handle the trades by yourself, and that comes in as a signals. At the same time, we have the one-on-one educational only for serious people. This is a one-on-one coaching with me live. Like I said, only for serious people. I'm going to talk about at the end of the video in details. So what's going to happen right the corner on the 4-hour candlesticks for Ordi cryptocurrency? Well, significantly, we were going like a skyrocketing movement, breaking out of everything, especially when we broke out of this massive trending line of the resistance, but we actually broke out at the top. So it is one thing that you have your support line breaking below and the market is continuing downwards, but it's another thing when you have an already moving upwards, an already uptrending resistance line, which is basically going in the direction of higher and higher with the market price section, and you still break above it, means that you're actually accelerating into the phase of the market. And by the fact that we've been able to recover this huge gap right here between the price section and the trending line that we were dealing with of this specific channel is actually representing a massive amount of energy and interest in the Ordi cryptocurrency. So the spotlight, popularity, and people trading around this one has been huge. I mean, December, 1st of December, we were down over there, and then we just went 255% in 5 days. I'm sure a lot of you are not familiar with that and might underestimate the force and power of Ordi cryptocurrency, which did not only overperformed all the expectation, but as well delivered insane amount of continuous actions without drops. So I'm going to share with you all those as well very soon. Number one thing is basically the fixed range volume that we need to consider, which is this specific indicator right there with the horizontal red line that we're dealing with. So that's most likely the place that separates basically where the bullish energy is dominating above and the bearish energy is dominating below. As soon as we have very, very clear patterns and confirmations of the market dominance, you need to be careful. If you get those under the red line, it's a problem. If you get above the red line, you're going to be basically in a bullish sector. This is a level that I'm considering key level for the current market, and it's located on $52. So exactly in that range, we need to find some great support and bullishness above which means that we have to confirm above. It is not sufficient, guys, to support and hold on the trending line that we're dealing with. We actually, oops, let me just take that indicator out. Great. So we actually need to position ourselves above 50s after being confirmed even at lower levels. What's happening right now? Well, you're actually continuing to react on the previous resistance line, currently massive support on the board, which is a very, very good sign of strength. I mean, we're actually trading with it right now, and the market is seeming to be reacting on our butterfly right there. The XABCD pattern, which is stretched and it's performing so far accurately, is usually having the ability to talk to us on great numbers. Now, the probability here to touch the next segment that is in progress would be the C letter, right? So right here, you need to get into the C segment and eventually form a lower high, which is how this pattern usually builds up. And then after the lower high, trap people into shorts and confirm a higher low on the same support channel that you're dealing with by completing the last segment towards D. Now, the 52 mark between X and D, which is the index 52, along the way with 0.658. I mean, it's 0.52 on the other side as well. So these two levels are most likely portraying that the pattern is very, very well balanced, and it's indicating us great probabilities for it to appear, especially that the market is still having other things supporting the theory. At the same time, the movement towards C segment is difficult, guys. Great probabilities out there, but at the end of the day, it's still a difficult move to be done. I'm speaking about out of these numbers that are considered great probabilities for the pattern to play out. On top of that, I would actually point my personal approach, which is obviously a little subjective, but at the end of the day, you've printed 200 and so percent, which isn't something that you actually have the ability to sustain and hold for a while. If BTC is not having the ability to sustain the markets at these levels for the next couple of weeks, then all these altcoins are going to have another massive sell-off, which is why I'm just pointing out that you need to be careful on the topic, very careful. Look what has happened. We've been pumping right there, and then we just had a dump 37%, but something that was even more radical was actually this situation. You've been during the pump, BTC tanked, and then in 16 hours, Ordi just took 38%. I'm sure a lot of you have been liquidated. I'm sure a lot of you have lost money into that or panic sold or anything just like that. Now, if you would have had this simple trending line, which is extremely valuable. I mean, with this trending line, you can make millions of dollars. And I do have students that are so well organized that they have the ability to follow what they have learned through the one-on-one coaching. And by implementing those, they are so accurate on their trades that it's pretty much crazy that, sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things in life. And I'm just speaking about something very easy right now. Look at this trending line that we're dealing with. If you would have this trending line on your chart, at this point, you would have entered or you would have not sold at all, because you are still above an uptrending channel line that used to be resistance, and now it's supposed to act as a support. And that's exactly what has happened. So the confirmation appears on the line. People that got into at that time received from the markets as a gift. On 8 hours, 70%. I'm just telling you one thing. Even if that's on 5x leverage on 8 hours, do you imagine that this is 350%? 350%, guys. 3.5x on your margin in 8 hours. Think about it. Be honest and think about it. What does it mean to you? Now, this is what it means to be out there on the leverage. This is what it means to be out there on derivatives as well. On the other side, when the losses are coming in, they are on their 5x accelerated phase. So I'm not speaking about the wrong type of trading or mistakes or situations that are not avoidable, but I'm actually pointing out numbers here that are clear entries that anyone and everyone should have taken. But at the same time, we have a huge pump coming out because this is what people did. That volume you see, guys, over there is simply because people saw the entry, traders, market makers, whales that know how to trade and got into deep position. So they managed to pump Ordi. Beautiful. That's all on the topic, folks. Looking for seeing the markets above 50s, like I said at the beginning of this video, extremely important on the topic to see the markets confirming above 50s. It's not sufficient to still have support on the trending line here. If you don't raise it up to 50s, you're gonna lose this trending line and then it will become your enemy. That's pretty much all on the topic. Once again, for those of you that would like to be part of my trading, no prior fee, only commission from performance, from pure profits made that are paid by you every 7 days. We perform the trading for you through API trading permission, completely outsourced, and that's it. As well, the one-on-one coaching, which is something that you can see in very detail by watching this video on our page. As well, register now for a free conversation with me. Like I said, it is a coaching program dedicated only for serious people that are tired of losing money, tired of gambling, tired of acting not backed up by information and data. It's very important to know that trading can be profitable for a short term if you are playing around and having a good time as a hobby, but at the same time for long term, it is a complete bankruptcy and liquidation. Trading cannot be performed on the long term without proper knowledge on the business. So again, I'm suggesting you to avoid any type of activity without having the high level of knowledge that you guys are expecting from yourself, and be serious about this business. It can deliver you huge numbers, it can make you huge amounts of money. The best investments you can do are always in your education. If you think this is something for you or you would like to check that out, make sure to check on the page and see more about it. I'm taking you by hand and teaching you how to trade in a nutshell, guys. So watch the video for more explanations and qualify for a free quick conversation with me if you're serious on the topic. Have a good time, folks. Like the video, subscribe, and don't forget about our 100 episodes on price predictions for 2024.